Hello social media friends, hope everybody's feeling really well on this beautiful Thursday. So I wanted to upload this video and talk about a little bit about the mind more. The past couple of days I've been housebound, meaning I've been a little bit fluey, a little bit low in energy. And usually when that's the case, my body or mind is trying to tell me something. So as I was housebound for the past few days, I've been kind of just listening to videos, listening to tapes, doing a bit of reading and a bit of meditating and just basically looking inside myself more. So what I realised is that when I was sitting with myself the past couple of days, I realised how much my mind is just constantly on overdrive, and it's always planning, wishing, wanting, planning, wishing, wanting, planning, wishing, wanting, and it just keeps going around in circles. But what you have to realise is that planning, the wishing and the wanting, when you get that thing what you've wanted or planned for, your mind then goes off on another little detour, and it goes off wanting something else. It's like, have you ever noticed when you've wanted that new, let's say a new job, or you wanted that new car, or the new certain material thing, or even a certain shape you want to get into, it's that when you reach that stage, your mind is always telling you it wants something else, it wants more of that. And if you're constantly chasing something like that, you're always going to be putting your happiness on something outside of you. And I realised that throughout my journey, is that I always used to say I want a good body and I want to be healthy, and I have reached that stage in my life where I am pretty healthy, and I have got my body into a good shape, but it's still not satisfied. It's always saying, oh, you have to get into better shape, you have to eat more better, and it's constantly at me. And sometimes it can drag you down, you know what I mean? After you eat some certain food, it can jump on you and try and make you feel guilty, or it'll judge you. And I've gone through that throughout my life, with the mind judging what I eat, what I do, and it's making me feel guilty after I do that certain thing. I also want to point out that it's okay to want something and achieve something and plan for things, but don't get caught up into the end result. Make sure you're living in the moment. Make sure you're enjoying life as you're making step towards that future goal or the future destination you want to achieve. Because if you just say to yourself, I'm only going to be happy when I get to that certain position, you do know what's going to happen. Your mind is going to get to that position what you've said that you'll be happy at, and it's going to create something else, and you're constantly just chasing happiness. And that doesn't have to be the case. You can decide to be happy right now in this moment. Now, if you just get out of the thought patterns and out of the mind construction, like just basically telling you things and telling you you need this to be happy, you need to do this certain thing. And it's all about understanding also in like what you like doing and the places where you want to go and where you want to be. So like, it's going to take a little bit of study and a little bit of research on yourself to understand what you do like and what you don't like, rather than like the mind just judging everything. So there's kind of a little byline between like the mind wanting you to do things and then with the soul wanting you to do things. So there's that little bit of understanding of yourself values and your self morals, and understanding who you are and what you like. And that's where our self-development and like self-improvement comes into place. Because then the more you start loving yourself and doing work on yourself, you'll realise then what you do like and what you don't like, rather than the mind trying to control you and tell you everything. Because the mind's job isn't to basically decide your life and your journey for you. The soul's purpose is to do that for you. And when you tap into the soul's purpose, then that's when you'll start to live a true meaningful life. And what helped me do that was to tap into this. What helped me tap into the soul's purpose and my heart was meditation. and being mindful in my daily activities. So basically, coming out of minds, coming out of thoughts, stop thinking, less thinking, and basically focusing your awareness on something else other than your thoughts, focusing on what you're doing in this moment now, and also focusing it on your breathing as well. And the key is just to take your awareness out of your mind, because when you have your attention in your mind, that's where all the thoughts take place. So your thoughts are going to just keep going on and on and on and on. And you do know what happens when you think thoughts, it triggers feelings. So then you're going to be thinking thoughts and feeling, and it's gonna just, your thoughts and emotions will be all over the place. And this is because I've experienced this, and I still that my thoughts and feelings just take me for a ride. They take me all over the place. But then that's when I just bring myself back into the present moment, because the present moment doesn't have any problems. You know what I mean? It's just now. Mainly the problem is in our thinking. It creates this scenario. It creates this big story in our mind. You know what I mean? Worst case scenarios, past stuff we've done, and we have to come out of the thinking mind. The thinking mind had served us in our evolution back many years ago, but we've outgrown that now. We don't need our mind as much as we did back then, as the mind was mainly used for, let's say, survival and protecting, like Stone Age stuff. But we've come out of that, and it's time now to work from our hearts and stop letting the mind control us, and stop letting the mind putting us down, because the mind is a very, very delicate, fragile tool. It's very protective. You know what I mean? That's all it knows, is to protect and survive. But when you tap into a higher power, when you start coming from your heart, then that means the mind will become a servant for the heart. So when you start living from your heart and living from these positive, loving feelings or state of being, let's say, then the mind will just follow the instructions from the heart and from them, from the state of feelings you're feeling. So let's say you're feeling really grateful and you're feeling really loving. The mind then will get a signal from the heart, and then the mind will start, let's say, subconsciously creating situations that are matching your feelings, and then it will start drawing either people, certain circumstances, places. You'll get inspired actions to take. Like you could end up moving away somewhere, or you could end up going online and signing up for some certain course, or you might just change jobs, or you might create a business. But this is the power of connecting with the heart. You know what I mean? Because then you tap into your real master, your real true power, and then your mind starts working from the heart signals then, and mainly what you crave from that is bliss and beautiful, loving things, and you attract people on that same vibration, the same energy of your heart. But the thing is, we're many, literally probably 70 to 80% of the world are living from their mind. They're living from power, they're living from greed, they're living from anger, sadness, frustration, and that's all created from the mind structure. And we need to get out of that if we want to start living a more peaceful life. And we really can, and it's just about taking the time to do it. That's the hardest part about it all. It's literally setting some time out of your day to literally silence the mind and tap into your heart. I've studied many masters. I've listened to many tapes, and like these true masters who basically, I could say, conquered their life, or they conquered, let's say, their mind, or whatever term you want to use, but they found, let's say, the true source, enlightenment, true bliss, no anger, no frustration. And if they did have that type of stuff, it would only be for a very short period of time. They wouldn't let it drag them all over the place. They wouldn't feed into it. They wouldn't identify with it. They just let it come and then let it go. But with us, we identify with it. We get caught up in it. We think that's who we are. We think that we're our thoughts. We think that we are our feelings. But that's not the case. We are far more than that. Far more than that. So basically, just silence the mind, coming out of our habitual thinking, working on ourselves, seeing what we like and dislike, and taking it from there. But this is a let's say a working process. So it's not something you can just jump from, let's say, 1st grade to 10th grade. You have to go through 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. You have to keep going up the grades in order to kind of tap into yourself. It doesn't just work overnight. But to me, like, there's no better project or anything better to work on this than yourself. Because you're the one who creates your happiness and unhappiness. You're the one who creates your anger and frustration. You're the one who creates your joy and love. It all comes from inside of you. Because whatever you produce inside will be your outside reality. And I know it doesn't look like that, or it seems a bit far-fetched, but that is the case. That is the case. It doesn't automatically create your reality when you think a thought or feel it. It doesn't just create it within a second. It takes a process. But sometimes it could be the case. Depends how strong your feeling and thought is towards that thing. You know, that type of way. But just come out of your mind, people, and you'll realise the beauty all around you. You'll see beauty in everything. You'll see beauty in a tree, in a plant, in a dog, in a baby. You'll see the beauty everywhere. You'll see it in the simplest things. And it's just really, really blissful when you reach that state of mind. Because then you just don't let the little petty things get you down. We're far more greater than that. We have so much amazing, beautiful, magnificent energy, love inside of us. What is wanting to come out of us so much. It really does. It wants to come out and explore and create. So whatever's happening in your daily life, surrender to it. You know what I mean? Don't resist it. Be in the now. You know what I mean? You probably want that business opportunity. You probably want to have that body. Don't worry, you'll get there, one day at a time. But don't forget to enjoy the process of it. Don't forget to enjoy the journey of reaching to that future thing you want. Because many successful people say is that the journey is actually the best part of it all. It's actually not the destination. And I'm starting to realise that myself throughout my journey, as I see things changing in my world, as I see my dreams and the stuff I've imagined to come true. It actually is the journey what's the most important, because it's actually the longest. It's all little steps. And if you're missing, let's say your future goal, that's only one step when you get there, if you get what I'm saying. But it takes many steps to get there. So let's say your future goal is at step 11. You're gonna have to go to 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step, 5 step. But you have to enjoy all them steps to it, because then if you're only gonna enjoy the 11th step, that means you're missing out on 10 vital steps to be happy. Look inside yourself. Get out of mind structure. Get out of habitual thinking. Get out of judgmental thoughts. And by doing that is sitting still in silence and realising that you already are it all. You have it all. You know what I mean? Don't look at it as in a material way. Don't looking away saying, how do I have it all? I'm not $10 million or 10 million euro, or I'm not a fancy car or a big mansion. How do I have it all? What I mean by is that you have it all is that the feeling what all that stuff will bring to you, you have that feeling inside of you. It's a state of being. So the reason why you want a certain thing is because you think it's going to produce a good feeling inside yourself. But you already have that feeling inside yourself. You know what I mean? You don't need that object to give you that feeling. You have access to that feeling inside you already. So that's what I mean by you have it all. You are it all. You have all that energy, that vibration, that frequency, that pure bliss inside you. What could produce, what that certain object can produce, that feeling inside you. You already have it all. You know what I mean? And when you realize that, then that means you won't matter if you have it or not, because you feel good anyway. Look inside yourself, people. You know what I mean? There's so much information out there to know now that we are so much more than these bodies, and there's so much more to this physical world. Tap into your true greatness and you'll realize that you don't need anything to be happy, fulfilled, because you already are it. You have everything. Hope everyone's having a great day and a great evening. Talk to you soon.